Find me, Jose Monkey.
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. I'm not gonna lie, guys, when I saw this video, I thought it was gonna be super easy to find. Little did I know, I was in for a much longer search than I expected. The video's just 6 seconds long. Check it out.
Find me, Jose Monkey.
So what can we see? Our friend here asks to be found, and right away I noticed the give way sign behind them. The fact that it says give way and not yield, like it would in the United States, tells us something. But some of you may be surprised to learn that the phrase give way is much more common internationally than the yield term that we use. Of the countries that use signs like this, many more of them use the terminology give way. So the sign was sort of helpful, but didn't narrow it down very much. The person flips the view around and shows us this building, which has a sign on it. The sign says Deja Brew, and it appeared to be a coffee shop. Next, we see what looks like a payphone that has a very distinctive pink top. I also noted the Wi-Fi symbol on the top. I'll come back to that. We get a look down the street here, and we can see that this is a country where people drive on the left side of the road. So again, that narrows things down a bit. And they keep turning, but there's really not much else to see here. We've got this colorful building over here. Then we see that give way sign again. And then we see just a bit of the front of the coffee shop. And it looks like we've got some boards leaned against the building here and some other debris. And that's about it. Okay, so that phone booth is one that is operated by Telstra. And that tells us that this is almost definitely Australia. We see the Wi-Fi symbol on this payphone because Telstra recently retrofitted a bunch of their payphones to also be Wi-Fi hotspots. More on that in a minute. Yo, you already said you're going to come back to that. You're doubling up now. Sorry, I'm just trying to tell a story. Please continue. Okay, so I thought having the name of the coffee shop meant that this was going to be a slam dunk. I figured I'd just search for Deja Brew Coffee. And I'm guessing at least a few of you paused the video already and tried exactly that, and now you're back because you didn't find it that way. So welcome back, because I didn't find it that way either. So the problem is that Deja Brew is not a particularly original name for your coffee shop. There are tons and tons of coffee roasters and coffee shops out there that are using some variation of this name. So even though I looked at many coffee shops with names just like that, I did not find it that easily. I needed a different approach. I wondered if the Telstra payphone could help me. I found an article from a few years ago about Telstra rolling out many of these Wi-Fi hotspots. And that article told me that they were initially focusing on areas that were affected by natural disasters. Okay, so what areas in Australia were affected by natural disasters? Well, in the last decade, Queensland has been particularly affected by tropical cyclones and river flooding. And that got me thinking. If you take a look at this coffee shop again, and some of the boards and things that you see here, and also the sand in the walkway and street, I would not be terribly surprised if you told me that this place was recovering from a recent storm and some flooding. Okay, so I figured maybe I should focus on Queensland. Just for the heck of it, I tried searching for all Telstra-operated payphones in Queensland, but I got a crazy long list of results. That wasn't going to help. I tried just going on Google Maps and searching in Queensland for places called Deja Brew, but once again I did not find it that way. So I went back to the video. But when I did, I noticed something I'd missed. When we get this view down the street, we can see that there is a bus here. Okay, here we go. It was too far away to make out any writing or logos, but I was hoping that maybe I could find buses that looked like this. So guys, I just tried searching for images of buses in Queensland. And one result that I got looked very similar to what we see in the video. That bus was from Brisbane. So guys, I went back to Google and I typed in Deja Brew Brisbane. And I got some results right away, but the first few I checked were not right. In fact, I'm pretty sure I had already looked at some of those. Anyway, I was feeling a little discouraged, but when I got to about the 4th or 5th item in the list, I found an Instagram page for a place called Deja Brew. And I wasn't terribly optimistic until I saw this photo. And guys, that was it. You were here in Kelvin Grove, Queensland, Australia. I used Google Street View to confirm that view of the give way sign, and also that colorful building across the street, which means that you were standing right over here. I guess you could say they got busted. I guess you could say that, yes. By the way, this place is called Fortitude Coffee Roasters now, not Deja Brew. Yo, maybe somebody told them they had like a really basic, unoriginal name for their coffee shop and they had to change it. Maybe, but I guess that's why I was having trouble finding it using that name. Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one. And guys, it is not particularly close. The closest previous location to this one was in Season 2, Episode 117, in Geelong, Victoria, Australia. That is over 1,400 kilometers or nearly 900 miles away from this place. Guys, check out the map of all the places I've found for you so far from the videos that you've sent me. And if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that, on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.